solution, and in our lesson today we shall consider constructing quadratic equation. Now there are two ways we can construct quadratic equation, and the first way is what we are looking at today, which says from given roots. So we can construct a quadratic equation from given roots, that is when the roots are given. Now what are roots of a quadratic equation? By roots of a quadratic equation we mean the solution we arrived at when we solve a quadratic equation. So if we solve a quadratic equation and the answer we got is actually the roots of that quadratic equation. If you have been following us in these lessons, don't forget we are still on the quadratic equation series, and I've shown us how to solve a quadratic equation using the perfect square method, using the completing the square method, the factor method, and as well as the formula method. And then we did other examples as well. So for today, let's get right into the lesson at hand. So if we are given two roots, the first root as 7 and the second root as -2, and then we are required to construct the quadratic equation whose roots are 7 and -2. How do we go about this? There are two methods to use, but I'm going to use just one method here, okay? And the method we are going to use in solving this problem on the board is, we can say x squared minus into bracket sum of roots close bracket x, then we say plus product of roots, all equals to 0. That is the formula we are going to be using in solving this problem. So we say x squared minus sum of roots of x, then plus product of roots. So the next step we are going to take now is to come here and write our x squared, then we put our minus into bracket. Now when we say sum of roots, as long as we know the roots, all we have to do is to take this first root, which is 7, and then add it, because summation means plus, so we add it to the second root, which is -2. So put the -2 in a bracket and you close the bracket, write your x, then we say plus, open a bracket again. Product of roots means the first root, which is 7, multiplied by the second root, close the bracket, and everything equals to 0. Then let us take the next step. The next step is that we write x squared minus, now we first of all clear the brackets here, we open the bracket, so we say 7 plus minus is what? Minus, then we put out our 2, and then we write out x, then plus. Now over here, 7 times minus 2 will give us minus 14, and then all equals to 0. So finally we are going to have x squared, then this is what? Minus 7 minus 2 is what? 5x. Then before we do anything, observe the sign in the brackets here. We have a positive sign outside and a minus in the bracket. So plus times minus will give us what? Minus, and of course we have 14, and everything equals to 0. So we can therefore conclude that the quadratic equation whose roots are 7 and -2 is now x squared minus 5x minus 14 equals to 0. So there you have it. That is the answer to this question. I believe you enjoyed this lesson. Please join me in my next lesson. Thank you for spending time watching this video. I will see you in my next lesson. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and also the notification bell so that you'll be notified when next I release a video. Thank you.